We're going to go from more of the equity side, and we're going to concentrate a little bit more on the currency side, the Forex side, which is my favorite asset class to trade. So before we get down that road, understand when it comes to trading, when it comes to investing, you should never, ever invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You must always trade with what is called equity management in mind. And the reason for that is because the best traders in the world, the most sophisticated traders in the world, they're going to take losses. Okay, that's part of being a trader. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But we will talk about that today, and certainly we talk about that with our members on how we properly manage our portfolios. Now, this presentation, this webinar, it's really designed for one thing, and that is to help you decide if you see a Forex trading as something that you would like to do. Now, I'm not here today in this particular webinar to teach you how to be a trader. That's why you could become a student today at Market Traders Institute. My job in this webinar is really to show you how we've helped people over the past 24 years, just like you, take control of their financial lives and trade profitably, consistently in the Forex market. I know many of you are here, you're already trading equities, different asset classes, you're looking to diversify your portfolio. Great, we can help you. I know many of you are looking to become full-time traders, we can help you do that. And then many of you are just looking to generate secondary income streams or maybe third income streams. The good news is we can help you within any one of those areas. We have a very specific 24-year proven process of what we teach our students, and I think you're going to find it very, very interesting. So let's get this going. This is a live presentation. Make sure you have a piece of paper, you've got a pen, you're ready to take some good notes. We got a ton of information to cover in a very short amount of time. Normally, this type of a presentation, I spend about 90 minutes going over our information. I've got 1 hour, so I'm going to move very, very quickly through this information. And we got a lot of really neat things happening right now with the Market Traders Institute at this point. We got our Euro Pivot prediction that's happening right now. Actually, tonight, we have a live trading session, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll invite some of you to come out and do that as well. So, again, make sure you're prepared to take some great notes. I won't spend much time talking about myself. Renee did a good introduction. Again, I've been involved in the financial services industry for about 25 years, traded every asset class that there is. I love trading. You know, I'm fortunate that every single day I wake up, I get to do what I love. I get to trade, I get to work with world-class traders every single day, and I get to pass this knowledge along. And that to me is what makes it so much fun. And I like to trade around my schedule. See, I'm fortunate that my schedule allows me to do the things that I want to do with my family. And that's what I want all of you guys to understand. If you want to do this full-time, part-time, whatever you're looking to accomplish, we've been helping people for 24 years, trained over 60,000 people around the world, and you can all do this as well. So very quickly, that's enough about me. What I need to know is a little bit about everybody within this presentation. I know a lot of you are trading stocks and options, which is great, but I need to know how many of you have some knowledge in the Forex market. If you were to rank your knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being you are brand new to the Forex world, or 10, you are a Forex expert making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, please, everybody go into that chat box and rank your personal experience for me on a scale from 1 to 10, so I know who I have in this group, and that can kind of help me tailor some of the ways and things we will talk about within this presentation. So go ahead. I've got Mike is a 2, Leroy's a 1, Jay's a 1. Paul says, yeah, I've got Forex knowledge 0. Jason's a 1, Bill is a 3, David's a 1, Michael's a 6, Jackson is a 4. Let me know, everybody. We got a pretty good sized group in here. This helps me determine kind of some topics and what I need to cover and don't need to cover. Mike, you're a 9.5. That's specific, my friend. Well, good. You're going to appreciate our tools, our automation, what we do, and you'll get a chance to compare kind of what you're doing to some of our experts and our returns. So we got a lot of new people in here, a lot of 1s and 2s, a few of you 3s and 4s, and then we got Mike at a 9.5. Awesome. Well, here's the thing you need to know about the Forex market, very simply. The Forex market is what is called a zero-sum game. Zero-sum game. Now, what does that mean? That means in every single Forex trade, the losers take money out of their account and they hand it to the winners. Very simple. The losers pay the winners. And in the Forex world, the winners are the people that have the best tools and technology by far, the best education that's out there, and the best people, the best coaches, the best mentors surrounding them. And if you're currently trading and you find yourself losing more often than you would like, then you just simply got to surround yourself with the right people, the right education, the right technology. And that's what we do at Market Traders Institute. Now, at MTI, we're not a broker. Okay, you can use any broker you want in the world to clear your Forex trades. They will interact with our platform, with our technology. What we've been doing for the past 24 years is building and developing a premier education portal, of which we just last week launched our latest education portal. We've updated. It's brilliant. It's so cutting edge. We tape it all here within our studios and our offices. It's really cool stuff. Technology, software. We have our own patent pending technology. In fact, I'm going to give some of you an incredible offer at the end of this presentation to sample it over the next 7 days. And then we got the best people, the best mentors, the best coaches in the world for our students to work with. Now, if you don't know much about us, 24 years we've been at this, that's a long time. You do not survive in the business world for 24 years without having a rock solid foundation and by delivering results. I mean, pure and simple, we've grown the way that we have because our students get results. Now, I'm broadcasting live from our corporate office here in Orlando, Florida. This is a picture of our building here in Orlando, Florida. We have about 200 employees that we house out of our office here. Now, we've gone through a lot of growth as an organization over the past 7 or 8 years. And to me, the growth comes directly from a philosophy that starts with our founder that we never leave a client behind. Now, in your notes, a couple things I want you to write down that are helpful. I want you to write down coaching and mentorship. Coaching and mentorship. Because this, to me, is the most important thing in being a successful trader. If you want to learn about Forex trading right now and you're brand new, think about it. You could just do a search on Google or YouTube and find a ton of information. The problem is where do you begin and who do you trust? Okay? My experience, if you want to be a successful Forex trader, you need to do a couple things. You need to, number one, find a group or an organization that has a proven track record of success of making money in the Forex market. Okay, but not success over a couple years or 5 years or 10 years, but for decades. Because if people have traded over decades, they've traded every market condition. That's number one. Number two, when you find this group, you find this person, you need to make sure, okay, they have a proven track record, they know how to make the money, but can they effectively teach others to replicate that success? Okay, because sure, you got to be able to make it, but you got to be able to teach it as well. And when you find that person or the organization, attach yourself to their side as they teach, they train, they support, and they mentor you until you become a successful Forex trader. Does that make sense to everybody? I like to look at things very, very basic, and that's probably the parent in me. In fact, we take our coaching and our mentoring so serious that literally, you may or may not know, the Forex market is a 24-hour-a-day market, okay? Well, here at Market Traders Institute, every second of every minute of every hour, every day, the Forex market is open. We are live teaching, training, coaching our students. Every second. Our students never, ever have to make a decision on a trade without having an expert, an analyst to work with. That's our level of mentorship and coaching. Now, through our growth, we're certainly getting recognized. We were ranked by Inc. magazine as high as the 592nd fastest growing company in the U.S. Huge honor. This is our founder, Jared Martinez. Considered to be one of the best Forex traders in the world, period. He's a best-selling author, teacher, mentor. Many of you have probably read his best-selling books. He's known throughout the financial world as the FX chief. Just to give you a little perspective of his types of results that he drives on a monthly basis. For 36 straight months, he has averaged a minimum of 8,000 pips profit. Now, you may not know what a pip is at this point if you're new. You will in a few moments, but 8,000 pips in a month on a standard lot, that's $80,000 profit minimum for 36 consecutive months, month after month after month after month. He actually, every Friday in our office here, has a private trading room, which is FX Chief's trading room, where he works with a handful of students where literally he gives them their trades, gives them the workspaces, reviews the previous weeks, and sets up the next week. In fact, I'm going to give some of you an opportunity within this webinar, if you're interested, to trade the next 8 Fridays with Jared Martinez, a 30-year trading veteran. It's a pretty cool opportunity. Now, what I'm really excited to talk about is our live session that we have later today, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. For those of you out of the United States, that is Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. We are in the midst right now of a massive, massive movement within the market. Now, this isn't something we're predicting is going to happen a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. This is moving now. Our students are profiting pips right now. Now, this movement has already had about over 14,000 pips, but the next chunk of move is over 6,000 pips, which on a standard lot is about $60,000 worth of profit. Now, tonight, what we're doing in this live session is we're going to be updating our targets, our entries, our exits, giving out our workspaces. Now, typically, in these live sessions, we set aside these times for our more experienced students. But because of this investor inspiration, a relationship that we have with them, and they've been so good to us throughout the years, I was given an opportunity before I came in to start this webinar to invite 10 of you out of this particular presentation into the live session this evening. So if you'd like to see if you can qualify to be one of my 10 to be in this live session, which is later today, it's going to be about an hour and 20 minutes long. What I need you to do right now is just go into the chat box, just type in your telephone number and type in pivot, because the name of this prediction is the Euro Pivot Prediction. Just type in your telephone number and type in pivot, okay? And I'm going to take 10 of you guys that are interested in being in there. Now, the reason why you want to follow these predictions is because since 2014, we have predicted over 20,000 pips of opportunity for our students. Over 20,000 pips. Yeah, Michael, I just put in your telephone number and pivot. And Jason, I got you. Max, I've got you. April, Anderson, great. Just put in your telephone number and pivot. But here's the thing. These results, it's not about us. It's not about our group, our experts, our analysts. It's about our students. And I would encourage you to do a little bit of research out there so you can see exactly for yourself what our students do, the results that they're driving, the results that they're getting. It's all over Instagram, social media. We're very proud to boast this because we grow. We've been around for 24 years because we deliver results. So again, my promise to you is by the time I wrap up, and we're going to be together for about 45 minutes from now, we're going to be in and out very quickly. But by the time I wrap up, you will absolutely understand, if you don't already, the power, the potential in the Forex market, why it's my favorite market to trade, my favorite asset class, okay? You're also going to see how you can have immediate profit potential regardless of your experience. Now, having said that, this is not get rich quick. This is not let's become some sort of overnight millionaire. That's nonsense, okay? That's nonsense. We're a 24-year-old company. We got 200 employees. We teach a skill. Learning to trade confidently, consistently in the Forex market is a skill. But the way that we advance that and accelerate that is we've devised the best education programs. We have the best technology, pure and simple, the best charting software in the world, the best automation and indicators, but the best people that we lay out there for our folks. So again, stay with me to the end because I will give all of you an opportunity to come on board today as a student of ours for the next 60 days. Risk-free, so you can see exactly what makes us great as an organization. So quickly, before we dive into the charts and we start looking at opportunities and how our students use this to make money, we need to take a couple minutes and get my newer people up to speed, okay? Up to speed of understanding why the Forex market. Because again, how many of you trade equities out there? If you trade options or stocks, type in me or type in equities. I'm assuming it's a lot of you in this investor inspiration group is typically equities investors, which is great. I taught people around the world to trade options and stocks for years, and now I focus on Forex because to me, it's the best market, pure and simple. It's got the biggest advantages, okay? Now, some of the basic advantages are the liquidity in the market. Simply put, you can enter and exit this market anytime that you want. You're never stuck holding on to a position. Marion, there's always buyers and sellers. You can get in and out anytime that you want. Then the flexibility of this market. it's the most flexible market because it's a 24-hour-a-day market. This market opens up in the United States of America 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday afternoon. It's open all night, all morning, all day, every day till Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, again, for me, that's a big advantage. As a father of 3 kids that keep my wife and I busy on our toes all the time, I like to trade sometimes 10 o'clock at night, live market. And I can do that. I can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning before I go for my daily run and trade for 90 minutes. Point is, I can trade around my schedule. I don't have to trade around the market schedule. And then the size, it's the largest market in the world. And then focus. Again, if you're an equities trader, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of potential companies to invest in. That takes a lot of time, energy, and effort, okay? In the Forex world, literally, there are only 60 currency pairs available to trade in the world. That's it. And at Market Traders Institute, we pay attention to about 21 of them. So again, based on my experience, this market is the easiest to follow. It's the most visual. And to me, it's the best market to trade. And I'm going to give you some more reasons why I love this market as we move along here. So what I need everybody to acknowledge, okay, whatever you need, and Paul, I got your number 2 as well, my friend. What I need everybody to acknowledge is you can see that I've transferred over from my charting or to my from my PowerPoint to my charting software. If you can see that, please type in yes, Y-E-S, or the letter Y. Just let me know that you can see my charts. Okay, good. Everybody's telling me yes. So what we're looking at here is Market Traders Institute's own proprietary trading platform. We don't lease this from anybody. We don't private label it. We don't white label it. We don't rent it. This is ours. We have developed this internally based on our decades of experience in the market, based on our analyst background, based on listening to our clients around the world to build what we believe is the most robust, easy to use, automated indicators that there are in the world, period. We've owned patents, we've got patent pending technology, we've got our own proprietary tools, smart tools, a lot of advantages that help us in the market that's out there. Now, what's really unique about this is through our Smart Trader platform, this is all cloud-based. Now, cloud-based gives us some advantages. Number one, it lets us travel anywhere we want to go with our technology, with our tools and our indicators on our iPhones, on our Android phones, on our tablets, wherever we want to go. But the biggest benefit of the cloud is it lets us share our information back and forth instantly in real time. It's just a huge advantage to be able to push our workspaces out to our students all around the world, okay? It just speeds up and accelerates their success. Well, through this program and through this technology, it works on every time frame and every currency pair. You can get stocks and options feed, and it also works on over 30 cryptocurrencies. If you're dabbling in any cryptocurrencies, what I like to do a little bit myself. It's fun because there's a lot of momentum in that market. There's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of swings, and I like to trade that, so that's fun. But majority of what I do is pure Forex. Now, if you're new to Forex, when you're trading in the Forex market, you're just trading one currency versus another. Again, if you're new, you're looking to buy like any other market when it's moving up and make money. You're also looking in the Forex world to make money like any other market when it moves down. Now, the difference is in the Forex world, you have a very specific job. Your job is to capture pips, okay? Now, a pip, if you're new, is an acronym for price, interest, point. Price, interest, point. Now, I'm not going to get into a big description or definition or illustration of what a pip is because it's not necessary for this presentation. All you need to know for today is that pips are good. Pips are your friends. Your job is to capture as many pips as you can as the market is trending up and capture as many pips as you can when the market is trending down. I will show you how pips turn into profits, how pips help you pay for your mortgage or fund your retirement account in a moment. Now, if you look at this screen, okay, this chart, if I get rid of this information, what we're looking at is a representation along the bottom, again, if you're new, of time. On the right-hand side is price. In the middle of the screen here, you can see we've got a watermark. Can everybody see that watermark where it says GBP, Great British Pound, NZD, New Zealand Dollar, 1 hour chart? Okay, so we got the Great British Pound, New Zealand Dollar, 1 hour chart. Now, again, if you're new, these little indicators that are on the screen right here, these little rectangles kind of flipped up on end, These are what are called Japanese candlesticks. Japanese candlesticks. Now, a Japanese candlestick is a visual representation of how much the market has moved within a particular period of time. Now, Japanese candlesticks are very, very important to traders because they help us determine the way that they congregate, the way that they get form patterns. They help us determine when there's a change of direction, a change of trend in the marketplace, okay? We like to call the candlesticks here at Market Traders Institute the sign language of the market, sign language of the market. Now, because I'm on an hourly chart, these are all 1 hour candlesticks. If I were on a weekly chart, they'd be weekly candlesticks. Or if I want a 5-minute chart, they'd be 5-minute candlesticks, okay? So it depends on which chart that we are on. Now, as we take one of these candlesticks and we just click on it, you can see right here, if I click, boom. This particular candle was from the 13th. So I think that was, what, a week ago, Friday, right in that area. So this particular candle was from a week ago. This candle opened up at 7 a.m., had an open, a high, a low, and a close. Now, what does that mean? That just means that simply this candle opened up right here, dipped down, had a low. This is a wick hanging off the bottom, shot up, had a high, settled in and closed right here up because it's white, and then it opened up a brand new candle of which it moved up, had a high, moved down, had a low, and it settled and closed down for the hour because it's dark, okay? Real-time candles all the way up to what's happening in the market right now, right here as we speak. Now, very quickly, before we start getting into our indicators, our information, how our students use this technology and our technology to make money, I want to just quickly go through the mechanics of a Forex trade, the mechanics of a buy and a sell and how pips turn into profits. And then we're going to dive into actual indicators and technology. So at first, we're not going to do any analysis. So let's just say based on information, technology, education, we decided to buy into a particular trade down here. We decided to sell out of a trade right up here. So if we bought right down here, okay, right down here, and we sold right on up here. Okay, so if we bought right down here, we sold right up here. Now, the difference between buying down here and selling up here in these two lines is the difference between this number over here on the right and the number above it on the right. Now, that would be the amount of pips that we would profit. Now, I can measure that very simply by grabbing my cursor and measuring right on up. Now, if everybody looks up here in the top left-hand corner where my cursor is pointing, you should be able to acknowledge that you can see some information up there. Okay, we would have bought into this particular trade yesterday on the 18th, okay? We would have sold out of this trade early this morning on the 19th. We would have been in this trade for 7 bars, and we would have made 59 pips, okay? Now, if everybody understands what I just said, type in yes or Y in the chat box. That we would have bought down here on the yesterday. We would have sold up here today. Now, bars equal candlesticks. Because we are on a chart where our candlesticks equal an hour, we would have been in this trade for 7 bars, 7 hours. So if everybody understands, we would have been in this trade for 7 hours, held it basically overnight, and made 59 pips. Type in yes or Y in the chat box. Type in yes or Y in the chat box. Okay, good. Good. All right, so this is how we talk about pips turning into profits. Understand when you trade in the Forex market, you trade in what are called lot sizes, LOT lot sizes. There's three different lot sizes. You can trade with what's called a micro lot, a mini lot, and a standard lot. Micro, mini, standard. If you're trading with a micro lot, you're looking at about a $20 US investment per trade, about $20. Now, that's one of the great things about this market. You don't need a lot of money. You can start small and you can grow your account over time. Now, the majority of my students, they will trade a minimum of what is called a mini lot. A mini lot is a $200 investment per trade, and a standard lot is a $2,000 investment per trade. Now, each one of these have a different profit value to them. If you trade with a micro lot, for every pip you make, you're looking at 10 cents per pip. Now, that's not a lot of money. If you think about the trade we did, let's jump back over here to our chart, okay? We invested into this particular trade. Okay, so let's say, again, we invested in a micro lot. We invest $20 with our broker. Now, remember, we're not a broker. Choose any broker you want. Your broker holds on to the $20. 7 hours later, we sell out. You get your $20 back. Well, you made how many pips? 59 pips. And if you made 10 cents per pip, that means on your $20 investment, you made $5.90 in 7 hours. which again is not a lot of money, but that's a tremendous return on investment in about 7 hours time, right? Very good trade. Well, let's say we make that same trade, but we do a mini lot investment. And one of the great things is I don't have to do any more evaluation of looking at my charts, spend any more time, energy, effort, anything. All I do is invest a little bit more money. I invest $200 in my mini lot. My broker holds on to the $200, sell out 7 hours later. The difference is now in this particular trade, because it was a mini lot, I made $1 per pip. So my $200 in 7 hours just produced a $59 return. I mean, how many of you would like to have a skill where you could spend 30 to 45 minutes in the morning, set up a trade, go to work, come home, and on $200, turn that into nearly $60? Type in me or yes or of course, right? Everybody would like to do that over and over and over and over and over again. And that's what we do with our students. But here's where it gets fun. Let's say you've been trading mini lots. You've been trading mini lots and you've built up your account. You've built up your confidence. You're ready to reinvest. So you do a standard lot trade. And again, you don't have to do anything different. You just invest a little bit more money. Broker holds on to the $2,000. You get your $2,000 back in 7 hours. The difference is because you made a $2,000 trade, you made $10 per pip. So in 7 hours on a $2,000 investment, I just made $590 return. Now, for those of you that are new to this market, Leroy and Jay and David and Paul and Mike, are you starting to understand now why this is the fastest growing market in the world? In addition to leverage and flexibility and the size of this market, there's nothing like the buying power. You get 50-to-1 buying power in the United States, and some countries give you over 100-to-1 buying power. That's why, to me, it's the best market to invest in, period. And you're going to see exactly the benefits of doing that. And what I'm showing you on the screen right here is what we do live with our students every second, every minute, every hour the Forex market is open. We've been doing this for 24 years. In fact, this second right now, we've got students from all over the world. And when I say all over the world, from Australia to Asia to North America to South America, you name it, we've got students, and they all log in, and we've got this huge melting pot, this community that's awesome that trades with us every single hour of every single day. And I'm going to show you students, actually, by the time we're done, that are making 6,000 to 7,000 pips a month, students that have made 5,000 to 6,000 pips a week for consecutive weeks after weeks, students that last year made over 50,000 pips by following and using our 24-year proven process and our technology. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch gears and we're going to jump right back into the market right here, and we're going to start taking a look at how we do this, our technology, our advantages to all the other traders that are out there. Okay, so can everybody see I've bounced back to my software? If you can see that, type in yes or Y in the chat box if you can see that. Okay, good. Now see, one of the beautiful things that you will find about the Forex market is the Forex market loves to repeat itself in patterns. It loves to move in wave-like patterns over and over and over again. It's, to me, the most visual market that there is out there. It just loves to move in these patterns over and over and over again. And what we're looking to do within these markets, okay? No, David, it's not the same. That's the beauty of this. If you invest $20 on it, David's question is what if the trade loses? Is the ratio the same? No, the max you can lose on a mini lot, on one mini lot, is $20. On a micro lot is $20. The max you can lose on a mini lot is $200, and the max you can lose on a standard lot is $2,000. That's what I mean by leverage. It's brilliant in this market, okay? So here's the thing. What we're looking to do is take advantage of these swings in the markets, okay, like this, where they move up and down and up and down. It's the most visual market, and we want to make money, obviously, when we form a low and buy into it and make money when it moves up. Well, we also want to make money when the market forms a high, right, and starts to push down. There's great opportunity to make money in the market when it moves down and sell into the market. The difference is in this market, like any successful trade, you must know three things, okay? Three things, okay? You must know, number one, in every successful trade, market direction. And write these down, please. Number two, you need to know when to get in, entry points, and you need to know, number three, when to get out. Now, for those of you, when you come on board today as a student, you're going to get an awesome education through our brand new updated education portal, which is so cool. You're going to get great people, mentors and coaches to help you with those three things, but you're also going to get brilliant technology and automation, of which I'm going to demonstrate some of it to help you with these three things. But probably one of the things that we are considered to be the best in the world at teaching, and our founder has written best-selling books on, is the concept of using Fibonacci's. Now, if you've never used a Fibonacci, or even if you've used a Fibonacci, you're going to see it in a totally different light, because we've created tools that automate Fibonacci's, that power Fibonacci's, that no other traders in the world but our students have, okay? It's incredible. But if you don't know what a Fibonacci is, just very quickly, you can do some research when I'm done. Don't do it now. I don't want you to get distracted. But just kind of a high-level view. Leonardo Fibonacci was an actual person. He was a 13th century mathematician, okay? 13th century mathematician. And what he said, and discovered, is the world of nature tends to have this rhythmic cycle built right into it, based on mathematics. He found, based on sequence of numbers and equations, that everything in the universe repeated in a pattern, that you could look at how animals would reproduce, and it was in a pattern, a sequence of numbers that repeated itself. You could look at how plants would grow. It was in a pattern, a sequence of numbers that repeated itself. That you could look at basically everything, the stars in the sky, to the print on your thumb, to the stripes on a zebra, to the scales on a fish, you name it. It's all in a sequence of pattern, a repeatable pattern, again, called the golden ratio. You can look up the golden ratio when I'm done, okay? And it's really fascinating information. Well, what's the beautiful thing about the market? The market loves to move in patterns and sequences of patterns over and over and over again. So at Market Traders Institute, we use mathematics because pure and simple math does a lot. We use Fibonacci retracements and extensions to help us determine where the market's going to trend in the future based on where it's been in the past. Does that make sense to everybody? Type in yes or Y in the chat box if that makes sense. We use mathematics, Fibonacci retracements and extensions, to determine where the market's going to move in the future based on where it's been in the past. Now, if this is new to you, no problem. You're going to get a good feel for this right here, because let me show you how this works. All right. So the market likes to move in these wave-like patterns. We've distinguished that. Okay. You heard the speaker before me talking about the market makes higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then it reverses. And what it does is it makes what's called a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and it just does this over and over and over again. Well, let me show you some basic technical analysis. All right, this is what is called an A boundary. This is what can be called a B boundary. This would be called a C extension, a C entry, excuse me, and this is a D extension, okay? Now understand, at first, we're going to manually do this. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to automate this entire process, and you're going to see how through a few clicks of the mouse, it changes your life as a trader, because we've taken very sophisticated information and made it done through a couple clicks. All patent pending technology we have, really cool stuff. But at first, it's almost like you got to learn to walk before you can run. Let's manually draw our fib from point A right on up to point B, just like that, okay? Then we're going to draw three zones, three buy zones. Right here, my very first zone. I'm going to go ahead and shade this one in right here. We'll shade it kind of a red. My next zone, just below it, this is going to be my blue zone, okay? And my zone just below that, we're going to go ahead and shade this one kind of a green, okay, a green. So this is real important. I got a pretty good sized group in here. Can everybody please tell me that you can see yes or no, red, blue, and green? Because if you can't see the colors, you're going to get a little confused. Can you see red, blue, and green? Type in yes or Y in the chat box. Red, blue, and green. Good, everybody's telling me yes. So what we're looking to do, like the example I showed you a moment ago, we're looking to make money when the market pushes up. reverses, forms a low, right? We're looking to enter into a particular trade and make money as it moves up and let the Fibonacci extensions, in this example, tell us when to sell. Now, we use different types of indicators to help us determine when there's a change of trend, our entry points, everything from, trend line breaks to candlestick formations. Don't worry about that now. What I want you guys to understand is the power of the Fibonacci. So let's say that our reversal took place down here in the green. So let's say we invested in a mini lot. We invest $200 in our mini lot trade. I'm in my trade and I'm holding on to this trade. My broker's got the $200. We're in this trade. Now I'm holding on as it's moving up, Now, if you can imagine this green line right here, which is called a Fibonacci extension. This is actually my 1180. If you can picture this green line coming all the way across right here. If I bought down here in the green, I'm going to hold all the way up until my trade hits the green extension. Now, why is that? Well, that is because I'm going to sell right there. The system is doing the work for me. And it's telling me, Eric, based on where this trend has been in the past, if you continue to hold on to this trade past the 1180, the numbers start to shift against you and the likelihood increases that this trade will go the other direction. So if I buy in the green zone, I sell at my green extension. Pretty basic concept. All right, so let's say we invest in our trade in the blue zone. I'm in the blue zone right here, okay? So I invested my trade in the blue zone. Well, if I'm in this trade in the blue zone, I'm gonna do the exact same as I did with the green, but I'm gonna trade from the blue to the blue extension. Well, if my trade takes place and my entry point establishes itself in the red zone, which is a much bigger zone, if I buy into this red zone right here, I'm sure you can figure it out by now, I'm going to trade until I go all the way up and I hit my red extension. So my 1618. So if everybody understands the basic concept, so we can apply this to some candles and then look at some live opportunities, that you understand the ABCDs of Fibonacci analysis. We buy and sell green to green, blue to blue, red to red. Type in yes or Y in the chat box for me. Yes or Y in the chat box if you understand that. Okay, cool. So let's look at this with some candles, okay? Let's do this. Just to give you a visual on a candle. Here would be my A because it's my low right here. My B is going to be right over here. That's my high. Now, I don't know where my C entry point is yet. We've got to do a little bit of an analysis, right? So I'm going to manually draw my Fibonacci from point A right on up here to point B, just like that. I draw that from point A to point B, just like that. I draw my Fibonacci out. Well, what we're looking for is a trend into this particular movement right now. And again, you don't have to be a 25-year trading expert to see there's a trend that's forming right now, and that trend is going which direction? If you look at those candles, is it trending up or is it starting to trend down? Up or down? Type in up or down or U or D in the chat box for me. Yeah, it's trending down, right? You can see we got a downward push on those candles on the end right there. So what we're looking for now is a change of trend, a change of direction, okay? So we're looking for a breakout of this particular trend. So do we get it in our next candle? No. Do we get it in the next candle? Yes. You can see what's happened is here, we had this downward push, it moved down, it broke through our trend line right here, and now we've got our first push on the upside. But here's the question that I want you guys to answer. Which color zone am I sitting in right here? Type that in the chat box. Which color zone am I sitting in? Yeah, red. You guys are all typing in red. Red. Nope, Shelly, we're in red, my friend. Red. So if we're in red right here, our target in this example is going to be to trade to the red extension. This is our target right here, the 1618. Now what's cool is I know that if I have my entry point right here and I have my exit point right here, if it simply follows my target and hits it right here, I can factor what my opportunity is. That's going to be about 80 pips. So I'm going to call that an 80 pip target. An 80 pip target. All right, so we've established our target. The next thing we need to do is protect our downside. Because one of the very first things I told all of you as it comes to trading, and we should all know this by now, but it still is worth repeating. In trading, in investing, you will take losses. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. However, the best traders in the world know how to protect their downside. And one of the techniques that you will learn is a technique called a stop loss order. Now, a stop loss order, for those of you that are new, is a automated order that lets you set up a trade, okay? Set up a trade, go to work, go to sleep, go for a run, go play golf, go play with your grandkids, go do whatever you like to do, and know that if your trade moves against you, you will get automatically sold out, okay? It protects your downside. Now, in this example, the way that we would consider setting up our stop loss order is we would, if we were aggressive, probably going to set it up about 5-10 pips below my B, conservatively about 5 to 10 pips below my A. Let's look at this conservatively. That's going to be about 20 pips. So we call that 20 pips risk. So does everybody understand we are setting up a trade where we're willing to risk 20 pips to make 80 pips? Does that make sense to everybody? We're willing to risk 20 pips to make 80 pips. Okay, it's a 4-to-1 ratio. That's great equity management. That's a proper way to evaluate a trade. I set my trades up a minimum of 3-to-1 risk ratios, okay? It's a 4-to-1 risk ratio. All right, so now what we do is I want you to think about, you're sitting at home. You're in front of your computer. Picture yourself. You got your charts open, got your smart trader technology, and in the background, you've got analysts on demand, or you got a coach or a mentor, one of us working alongside you. You decide, okay, this is a great trade. So you hit the buy button, okay? You shut your computer off and you go live your life. And now what's going to happen is it's either going to move up and it's going to hit our target, or it's going to fall down and it's going to hit our stop loss order. Well, let's just watch this particular example, and then we're going to look at live trade opportunities right now. Boom, you can see what it did. It went right through our target right here. So automatically, this is when we get out right there. We sell immediately right there when it hits our Fibonacci. Now, we don't keep holding on and guessing because most people give back. We trust our process. We trust NTI's proven process of 24 years of doing this, training 60,000 students around the world. Well, if we got in here and got out right there, that means in our 7 hours on a standard lot, we just made $800. How many of you would like to make $800 in 7 hours? You know, type in me or yes or of course, right? All of us would. But here's the thing. Is $800 going to change your life in one trade? No, it's not going to change your life. I mean, $800 is nice money, right? It pays some bills. Maybe it gives you a little weekend getaway. I don't know, whatever you need to do. But here's what to me is my most satisfaction I get in doing what I do and getting to meet people and work with students around the world. The life-changing thing that happens with our students is the day that they realize, the light bulb goes off, that they've got a skill. They're learning a skill. That's a skill that's repeatable, that they can now do over and over and over again. Because here's the big question. Sure, $800 is going to change your life, but let's say you come on today as a student, and we're all together a year from now in this webinar, together. We all come back as a big old family reunion, okay? July 19th, 2019, we're all together. And let's say this next year, out of the next 365 days, you use your skill to repeat this trade right here, to repeat this trade 200 days. So now, okay, 200 days next year, you repeat this particular trade. Well, now that skill has turned into an $800 trade to a $160,000 a year profit skill. And that's, you know, trading one currency pair. Imagine if you're trading multiple currency pairs. This is when people start to go, okay, now what would you do with an extra $160,000 next year? Because that's how we get students all around the world producing results like, you know, $20,000 overnight. How about this one right here? Saul My profit from Forex is probably over $30,000, considering I've never traded Forex before February. Eddie, from January this year till the end of June, I've made a total of $331,000 by following math, because math doesn't lie. But here's the beautiful thing. Once you learn the ABCD pattern, you're going to see it repeat itself over and over and over again. We're done with this trade. Watch this. We're done with this trade. Okay? Done with this. We're done with this. We're done with this. We're done with this. Done with this. So now what do we do? Well, watch the ABCD pattern repeat itself. My old C is my brand new A. That's my new low. My B is right here. Can you see the pattern that is happening, that is taking shape right now? Can you see the pattern that is taking shape right now, right here? And does it look very similar to the pattern that took shape right back here? Yes or no? And if we apply our Fibonacci to it, and again, I'm going to automate all this in a second, can you see the trend is repeating itself right now? Yes or no? Can you visually see the trend is repeating itself? And what we're looking for is a breakout of that trend, and there we go. We got an official breakout of the trend right here. It happens to be right back in our red zone, okay? Right back in our red zone. Now, here's the thing. If it were in our blue, we would trade to the blue. If it was in the green, we'd trade to the green. But we're right back in our red zone right here, okay? Here's our red zone right here. So our target is right there. We would set up our stop loss order, and we would follow the same principles. We make our trade, and tell me if it hits the target again. Hits it perfect. And this, for a lot of people, if you're new, when you see something like this, how it hits this and just bounces right off of that support or that resistance, they go, wow, is that a mystery? Is it magic? Is it a coincidence? No, gang. This is math. This is Fibonacci's right here. That trade right there would have produced 129 pips. 129 pips. $1,290 profit in 24 hours. Pretty good trade, huh? But remember when I talked about our founder, FX Chief, Jared Martinez. FX Chief, Jared Martinez, our founder, okay, has, as I mentioned before, a private trading room. And in this private trading room, okay, in this private trading room, FX Chiefs, write this down, FX Chiefs trading room. He meets every Friday with a handful of students. He has averaged for 36 straight months, 8,000 pips. For 36 straight months. How many of you in this webinar would like to trade the next 8 Fridays with Jared Martinez in his live trading room? The next 8 Fridays. If you're interested in being selected to do that, type in your telephone number and type in FX Chief. Everything is third-party verified. Everything is 100%. In fact, in the last 3 weeks, he was down a little bit. He normally averages about 2,000 pips. He made 4,600 pips. That's $46,000 on a standard lot. But here's the cool part. Yeah, Michael, just type in your telephone number in the chat box and type in Chief. Here's the automation, though. Watch this. We've been doing everything manually. Let me show you the power of our tools, our information. I come right over here where it says Smart Fibonacci. I click right here. I find my low, 1, 2, 3, and click, and boom. Everything is 100% automated for me. Pretty impressive, huh? Let me do that again for you. I come over here, I find Smart Fibonacci. This is just one of our menu of smart tools, and everything is done automated for me. Pretty cool, huh? Well, you can see the ABCD pattern is in its 3rd movement right now. And here's the brilliance, gang. Can you see what's happening right now as we speak? Can you see what is happening right now as we speak? We've got a breakout of this pattern. Okay, we're sitting right here in this zone. And let me ask you this, if this just repeats itself like it has the last 2 patterns right here, and it goes up and it hits this red extension right here, and it hits this red extension, how many pips are waiting in this particular trade right now? Let me grab my cursor and measure right on up. Look where my cursor is pointing at. How many pips are right there? That's 698 pips right there. That is happening. But I'll tell you, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be, okay? We will be, let me pull a workspace up I want to show you. Check this out. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our Euro pivot prediction is happening right now. This is very unique opportunity that's happening. It's extremely rare, but there's 6,000 pips. We will be going over this tonight live. This is not something that's happening down the road. This is happening now. So again, if you want to be in our live session tonight, hang on. I'm going to give you all an opportunity, but this is what it's about. It's about results. This is why we grow as an organization, Dean and Paul and Shelly and David, right here. In the words of Ice Cube, it was a good day. 15,000 on 2 trades, 10,000 on a trade, $14,000, okay, on 4 positions. How about one of our students last year, Adam, good year overall, finishing up with 50,000 pips. That's $500,000 he made last year following our systems. Hayward closed out the week with 4,800 pips. On a standard lot, that's nearly $50,000 in a week. Dan, I'm averaging 5,500 pips a week and over and over. Some of our best traders are ladies. It's awesome. Trish, 1,200 pips. Elizabeth, first 2 months last year, she made 4,250 pips and over and over and over again. In fact, our students in real money trading accounts that we track have already generated this year 1.5 million pips. That's over $15 million on a standard lot. Our goal is to have this number up over 50 million this year, okay? The question is, are you going to participate the next 6 months in our goal of about 35 more million? If you are, you got to be on board as a student. I'm going to give you guys all an opportunity to come on board risk-free, and I'm also going to give all of you an opportunity to use our software for a period of time. So following our proven process, I got to move very quickly right here. I'm going to go through how you become a student at Market Traders Institute. Now, we've put together this package, what is called the Ultimate Traders Package on Demand. Okay, I'm going to go through each phase within our program. Phase number 1, and there's 5 phases, is our actual education that we have. Okay, now moving quickly because I'm going to run out of time. Phase number 1 is our 2-day Wealth and Freedom Experience Live. We spend 2 days with you as a new student. Live. Now, if you want to come to Orlando, Florida, great. Most of you will just watch this over the internet broadcast. If you miss portions of it, it's recorded, it's archived. You have unlimited access to this education. Now, this component is our ongoing education, our university. You're going to get a user ID and password. You're going to want to go through a couple of these lessons to get you prepared, but you get our Smart Trader platform. All of this right here. And I'll tell you one of the big benefits of this platform. One of the big benefits of our platform right here, check this out, is the ability to share our information. So tonight when Josh is done, what he's going to do, he's going to go, okay, everybody, go to the ideas section, click on it. I've posted my workspace. All you have to do is pull it down from the cloud and boom, his workspace, oh, I'm not signed in right now. His workspace pops up right on your computer. That is a benefit to all of you through that. The Fast Track with Jared Martinez, and then you get analysts on demand 24 hours a day. You are never left as a student without having an expert to work with. We do daily live webinars, and in fact, on top of it all, take the next 60 days. Put us to the test. You got zero risk. Come on board today as a student, work with us, use our systems, use our coaches, use our mentors, and in 60 days, if we don't provide what you believe is a good return on investment, we'll give you every penny back. In fact, I'll put in writing in your guarantee that you will see a minimum of 2,000 pips of opportunity. If you see 2,000 pips of opportunity, we guarantee that in writing. That's $20,000 profit on a standard lot. Now, the market value of this program is well over $16,000. Our online pricing for this, you can go online anytime this year, markettraders.com. Come on board for a one-time investment of $7,995. But because we have this investor inspiration special going on today with the relationship with them, I'm going to give you a one-time offer to come on board in writing, money back guarantee. I'm going to put in writing too, you're going to see a minimum of 2,000 pips in the next 60 days for a one-time investment of $5,495. You're going to save $2,500 off of the online pricing. Now, it's real easy for you to get started. If you're serious, you want to take this offer, you want the next 60 days to work with us, what I need you to do, even if you previously put it in, put your telephone number in the chat box. Do that for me right now, and I'm going to have an education specialist reach out to you, answer all your questions, get you taken care of. Now, as a bonus, right now, you come on board, I'm going to give you the next 8 Fridays trading with Jared Martinez. If he just repeats what he has done for 36 consecutive months, okay, he's going to generate over 16,000 pips. Michael, I've got your number. Jason, I've got your number. Max, I've got your number. Okay, that's your bonus coming on board today. Very easy for you to get started. Now, there's 2 ways you can invest in the A or B. We do have payment plans. If you want the discount, though, you're an option A. You'd rather pay for it all at once, take the 40% discount, and you get the 60-day guarantee. If you want to talk to one of our education specialists about a payment plan, we can work within your budget. We just got to have a conversation, type of B, okay, type of B. I just need to know if you're an option A or an option B. Now, on top of all of this, I'm going to give each and every one of you in here an opportunity, okay, each and every one of you an opportunity to go ahead. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put this in the chat box for all of you right here. Right here, I'm going to send out to everybody a link. If everybody goes to this link right now that I just sent out to you, I'm going to give all of you, now this link is going to expire in about 3 hours. You can all unlock our Smart Trader platform right here and use our technology for the next 7 days for 99 cents, okay? There's no coaching, there's no mentoring, but you can play with our trading platform. All you have to do is click on here, sign this up right here, download it, and you've got the Smart Trader platform just like I discussed right here. This platform right here you'll have instant access to for only 99 cents for the next 7 days. So if you want to take advantage of that, you got a link that was just sent out to you. Click on that. That will open it up, fill this out, and you can use it for the next 7 days, okay? I got you as a B, Dean, my friend. Jason, I've got you for an A. Max, I've got you for an A. And I am going to be done. Out. Whew. Normally, I take about 90 minutes to cover all of that, gang. I went as quickly as possible. Hey, have fun with us. If nothing else, download our platform and use it. Play around with it. You're going to get to see technology at its finest. That link, though, you got to take action, is going to expire in 2 hours, okay? That's an offer for only Investor Inspiration. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.